question shortage in schools, and it's a problem. You may be thinking, what do you mean a question shortage? School is full of questions. Teachers ask questions all day long. It's true. On average, a teacher asks about 400 questions a day, but the questions are low quality. In the same way that you can be surrounded by low quality food and still be in a food desert, you can be surrounded by low quality questions and be in a question desert. We're in the question desert. I have seen the question shortage everywhere. I've seen it in research that tells us teachers are overestimating how many open-ended questions we're asking by a lot. I've seen it in curriculum that is just a barrage of busy work and worksheets. And unfortunately, I've seen it in my own teaching. I want to fix that. I would argue that posing thought-provoking questions is the single most powerful teaching technique. I do believe it's universal. I believe it is deeply, innately human. It's something we have been doing since we developed the ability to communicate. It's just how we learn to think. So why do we struggle to make questions the basis of our curriculum? When you think about it, nothing about our current school system is set up for us to be able to do this. Number one, writing quality questions takes so much time. To actually come up with a good question, one must ponder, okay? And the system that we are currently in does not allow time for pondering. Think of how much easier it is to come up with a generic task that you can do for every part of a book you're reading. It takes 10 minutes to come up with a generic organizer that you could use for every chapter of this book. It takes countless hours to come up with specific questions that will really provoke thinking for every chapter of this book. You know what else is not encouraged in schools? Unstructured time for students. You need to sit and ponder to come up with the really good questions. Students need to sit and ponder to think of their answers to them. Even worse, they might need to sit and then talk to someone and then talk to someone else and then sit a little more before they even put pen to paper. Our present frameworks for teaching do not like that. They like to see every student actively engaged at every moment. The issue is we cannot see what's going on in their brains. So many of us have had the experience where we've asked the really profound question, and then class doesn't go in a way that looks good to us. So we avoid doing that in the future. We do what's safe. We do the graphic organizer. So we are told over and over again, ask higher order questions, but the conditions for us to ask those questions are non-existent. But I am personally committed to practicing the lost art of questioning because I am trying to create thinkers in here.